It's Mary Claire Mystics by the Sea, and I'm going to do a reading for the month of April. The numerology in April this month is 4. Okay, it's the 4th month, but it also breaks down to a 4 along with the universal year. Okay, and a 4 is the number of foundation, stability, and security. 4 is the number of hard work. 4 is the number of this month. It's about taking your life and creating a solid, strong foundation, the beginning of it. Okay, 4 is just the beginning of creating that. It's like the first step. I'm in a 4 year, so what I'm doing this year is whatever I'm doing this year, I am creating stability. And I always say with the 4, you could build it because it's a master builder. You could build it fast and fragile, or you could build it slow and solid. Okay, choice is yours with the 4. The 4 has to be willing in this month, and those who have 4 in their numerology, they have to be willing to work hard and persevere and endurance. They can't get stuck in the details because they could have a tendency to do that, or they could gloss right over the details. Okay, it's like, everybody always has to work on something with the number 4. So either someone who's really like get fixated on the little minute details, or someone that, oh, it's okay, I don't need to know about that, I don't need to do that. It's that whole balance thing. Okay, energies go into everything. Numbers, cards, energy. There's a flow of energy in everything. So you have to keep that flow balanced. You have to be moderate and you have to keep it balanced. So you can't go to extremes. Any energy, any number can go to extremes. So that's what I'm talking about. Those are the extremes of the number 4. Okay, so I pulled the first card I pulled for the month of April, manifestation. 9 of Cups. There's joy. There's fulfillment. Anything with the cups. Joy, fulfillment, happiness, love. Okay, it's your emotions and your feelings. And he is happy as a clam. What he has just done, because he's manifesting. So he's been through a little tough times, I want to say. Because when you manifest, people don't realize sometimes it's difficult and you don't even realize what you need to let go of. And I know this was a lot of the other reading I did for this week, for this past week, but this is also, what it is for the month too. So he's already learned, he's had to let go of some stuff. He's already put a lot of work in, and now he's kind of wrapping up and he's ready to step into it now. He needs to keep going the way he's going. Sometimes people feel like, yeah, I'm getting there. Other times when this card appears, people are like, I just don't feel it at all. When this card appears, you just keep on doing what you're doing. You keep thinking what you're thinking to create your happiness, because behind that curtain, there is a lot hidden, which means the universe has yet to show you. So as needed, the universe will show you the next step. The universe will only give you what you need for now, because you can't get too far ahead of yourself. So you're wrapping things up. You're kind of sitting there very content, which there's nothing wrong with that, because the 9 is always the number of letting go. So it is about letting go in order to create and manifest where you do want to go. But he's already done a lot of work. So whether you feel it or not, you have. So this month, that's what's going to be happening. And then the Chariot is about not allowing distractions. This is about overcoming obstacles. This is about forward movement. And he or she does it on pure willpower and self-control. Okay, the Chariot, you are driving that thing. He is moving forward and he is moving. Okay, there's light and there's dark, which means sometimes you're going to see where you're going, sometimes you're not. And the dark always represents the shadow self, so there's the fear there. But she's got that divine covering over her. She's the number 7, which means there's a lot of divine power behind her, spiritual growth that this is about. but she does not have the reins in her hand. So you could say, oh my goodness, well, how am I going to control where it's going? Sheer force, sheer willpower, manifestation, just believing, okay? So it is through endurance, perseverance, and willpower, okay? Every obstacle that you find that will kind of, go along your path, you're just gonna go right around it by sheer willpower. I'm gonna do this. How many times? Because I could have pretty strong willpower. How many times? I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna stop until it's done. I have a lot of fours in my numerology, so that is that. Okay. They don't let go too easy. But that's what this the chariot is all about, through sheer willpower and force and determination. And when I say force, I mean your determination to move forward, okay? Because there will be obstacles in her path that she will need to overcome, go around, go through, whatever it is that needs to happen. She's gonna do it. She is really gonna do it. What blocks you? Okay, this is what blocks you for this coming month. Your own inspiration. You have no idea how empowering you are, how inspiring you are, how creative you are. Believe it in yourself. This is someone, the King of Wands, he is someone who has come full circle, okay? He has progressed and leveled himself up to a very, I don't want to say high place, but he's worked hard to get to the top of the heap. It's like someone who has to believe in themselves that they can get there. They may have these self-doubts. They may look and feel overwhelmed at what's ahead of them to move forward this month. But I'm telling you, you have it in you. And people look at him when he finally gets there and he's created that place in his life where people look at him and say, wow, I can't believe you did it. But this is someone who really, it's the wands. So it is his creation. It's what he's meant to do. There's so much growth in it for him. Yes, it has to do with business and career, but it also has to do with creative, spiritual energy. So it's what you are to be doing. And the King of Wands always inspires others around him. He takes others with him, okay? Because he has fought through and persevered through the chariot, the obstacles and the challenges, and he's made it. Believe in yourself. I don't want you to look at what's in front of you or what you need to do and feel that you're going to be overwhelmed, is basically what I'm trying to tell you. Then there's celebration, okay? This is the energy you have to work with. Celebration. The 3 is the number of communication, socialization, networking. So there are others that go with this. If there's any kind of family issues going on, this is also a card of sisters, okay? But it's also a card of having fun, celebration. So maybe you got something like that going on this month too, could very well be. Go have fun. Have fun in whatever you do. That's what this card is telling you. And it always involves other people, because that 3 is that number of others, creation, communication. All right. And so then where you're going to, what you also have to understand and get to this month, think of this month, is reassessing, reevaluating. This is everything you've already accomplished and created. And now you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, now what? Okay, now what? And so he's just kind of taken a break. 7 is the number of, again, spiritual growth, but it's also the number of contemplation, thinking, soul searching. Okay. So that's really what is you're going to find yourself doing as this month goes on. Don't do anything fast. Keep moving forward. Don't let the challenges throw you off track. All right. But there's nothing that you have to do at this time, because he's telling you, take a step back, think about it, reevaluate, reassess, and decide where you want to put your energies. Decide what you want to focus on next, because that's what he represents. Okay. So there's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of movement here. Just don't give up. But it's also telling you have fun doing it too. All right. And I feel also that responsibility could weigh heavy on people, which it's not a bad thing. Okay. Sometimes people are so fixated on finances, which, I mean, we all have to worry about that, but this is about more of a creative growth that will bring you income, okay? Because that's what he's looking for. But he's going to do it in a creative way. I just don't want that to be your focus about, that instant success financially, okay? And also, and I'm just looking at the cards here, that's why I'm talking. You also have to make some decisions. The Two of Swords is about making some decisions, being at a crossroads, faith or fear. Which course, which direction are you going to take? Okay, because that's what she's telling you. Make some decisions. And things are not just going to happen, because the Two of Swords, they would love for life to take care of their problems, but the Two of Swords is telling you it's all up to you. You're either going to let it stop you, or you're going to have resolve to push right through it. Decide that fear is not going to stop you from moving forward. And you really do have to walk away from everything. It's like all this chatter you've ever heard that you always thought. It really is about you coming out into the light and walking away from what holds you back. There's a lot of emotional, emotional cords that keep you from moving forward at times, because it's really everything you've ever heard or believed. Okay. And sometimes we have to shut that old self-talk out and start with new self-talk. This is about not being afraid to step out into faith, moving forward without any idea where it's going to take you. But emotionally, you cannot stay where you are anymore because it's holding you back. A lot of times this is how we were raised and what we were always taught to believe. Okay? Don't ever move far away from me. I need you. You might have to, and they'll be fine. Okay? This is about allowing yourself to come out from behind the darkness. Okay? Faith, moving forward into brand new territory. That's going to be very emotionally fulfilling and creative. All right, that's it for the month. And I'm going to try to get out here a little more often to be a little more consistent with weekly videos. Okay. All right. Have a great month, everybody.